Nice room. Same portrait. Same generic chippies. Weird plant. That's not a real plant. Not real lights. We can use it, and it doesn't like us.
We can't get through, right?
Right.
Okay.
Push down to unlock. Ooh, we can knock over these boxes.
That's awesome.
Yay!
I hope that's a mechanic. I hope like a badge is in one of them.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I kind of hope there isn't one. That's going to be annoying to try to find.
Yeah, but I like that. Why is it beeping?
I don't know.
Correspondence approved terminology. Reminder.
Federal Bureau of Control reminder regarding drafting any public-facing material while penning any notifications of death related to the Willow Awe. Please adhere to the following guidelines. Words phrased to use in the service of his/her country. Regret, proud, pride, will be remembered. Words phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you alright? You're a very high thing to say. Danger! This machine is remotely controlled and may start without warning.
Yo, why am I allergic to weed? You know?
Yeah, I guarantee you YouTube thinks we're high right now.
Oh shit! I forgot we were broke.
To be clear, we're not smoking at all.
Oh my god. That doesn't look right.
No, it's actually, it like clips into the desk, which is funny.
Okay. That's fun though, you can knock stuff over.
I guess so, but it sucks that Z buffers.
Yep. It almost seems to me like this is an unrefined game in many ways.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think the focus was on the things that you wanted to go.
Okay, I'm sorry. If there's a magazine on the thing, I expect it to be a full magazine, not a triangle. You know? Like, this is unacceptable. It doesn't
This
have
is
to
a
be
quadrilateral,
perfect.
okay?
Whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect, but come on. It takes you out of it.
Actually, is it a quadrilateral?
Also,
No, it's
why
not.
is she Z-buffering?
It's a,
right now?
what? Is a quadrilateral anything with four sides? It is, right? Doesn't matter that it's a trapezoid. I don't know if she's Z-buffering. She's just got some funky shadows.
Yeah, but like, why?
Look, we tell ourselves it's okay to be old.
Alright.
Yeah, the focus wasn't on some of the visual details.
Yeah, but, you know, if you're gonna make her jump...
What's wrong with that?
Like, what?
You know, the... Ta-ta!
I don't even... Okay, whatever. Were you done with that room?
Yeah. Do you want more in this room?
I guess not. Yeah, go back.
Go back where?
Wait, I've already been in that room.
No, it's a different room.
Okay. Go forward where you were going. Yeah, so across there you can't enter because
It's
that
locked.
requires clearance. Clearance level 1, and we're no clearance. Okay.
We're just someone off the street, as far as I know.
Yeah. No, our brother was taken by the Bureau, so we've been trying to find the Bureau forever. And remember, they were saying it's hidden because on that memo, they were like, question people that got here and ask how they got here.
I don't know if it's hidden.
How they found us.
Yeah, but that could be like, you know, like, how did you find the New England
She
Aquarium?
was saying, I've been looking for this for ages.
She did, and she said it was right under my nose the whole time.
Right.
I don't know if it's hard to find it, or if she just walked in off the street. I just don't know.
I bet it's like masked somehow, but okay.
Some kind of cloaking device.
Correspondence, trench, do not disturb. Okay, there's a lot of these.
Yeah.
Don't love that. Federal Bureau of Control, Barbara, I'm not disturbed. I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day. For the rest of the week, I can't trust in Barbara, not a single one. Trench. Okay, we don't know who Trench is. Right?
Yep, that's right.
Alright, and there's stuff everywhere.
Was that me? Did I scatter that? I probably was one.
Investigate the noise in the director's office. Where's that?
Right here. That's him, Zachary Trench. That
Oh,
door's
is
locked.
it? Okay.
Yep.
Shit.
Oh,
Shit.
maybe.
Toggle map, director's office.
You want me to pick it up?
Whoa.
The murder weapon?
That's
Really?
some kind of map.
She said, you want me to pick it up, the murder weapon, really? Can you look at that map again? Okay, I mean, that looks fine.
You want me to pick it up, the murder weapon, really? That's funny. Why does she think that we want her to pick it up? Does she see the circles?
A thing. I don't know. I don't think she's in the circles. I think there was some indication to her. Maybe it's mind control shit.
I mean, there's also that effect.
Yeah.
There's maybe a little
Something's
one that would knock
outside.
over everything that we took.
Was coming here a mistake?
Yeah. It is annoying.
Why I'm just so messy. Dirty. Someone's outside, is that what she said?
I don't know. Oh, can you go forward? This is one of those light things
Yeah.
that we saw.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's super funny. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna pick up the gun.
Yeah, go for it.
Gun, sword, intentionally left blank.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Astral plane. Follow the board's instructions to complete the astral plane challenge.
We have a health meter now. Did it say you must choose to be the chosen one?
Yeah.
That's interesting. The somehow objects of power, right, are used as I already forget the acronyms they just used. Objects of power are used as like ways that the other plane can enter our plane. Is that right?
I don't know. Bubblegum Polaroid, all none of the above. These are the concepts tattoos we see in your minds. The service weapon. It has many forms like the house prison you occupy. That's the board.
Yeah. It's as though they can't bring iconic objects in because they'll be objects of power. You know what I mean?
Great point.
It's a tutorial.
This is? What do you mean?
Just told me to jump.
Oh, right.
It just displayed on the screen when I jumped. X while moving towards the plane.
Towards the edges.
Oh shit.
What are you doing? You're just from the air.
Yeah, I just cast blocks.
What is that? Blue? Dropped there? Those were like the bullet things.
What bullet things?
Do you remember we saw in the upper right hand corner in the
Oh.
office triangles? Those look like that.
They do.
In the Maybe their health?
I bet they're loot, but we just can't pick them up right now. Maybe their health, yeah.
Because they're also blue.
It's cool that this scars the floor. That's very cool.
I mean, I don't understand why it scars the floor. Are you taking it from the floor? Like, what is it?
I think I'm materializing it.
And what? It's hitting the floor or the force? The force is
Like the explosion, because there are also like little sparks.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So what was it? X is melee?
Triangles melee.
Sorry, triangles melee. X toward the ledge to climb?
Yeah, I mean X is jump, so it makes sense.
The same gun.
Control the gun house. Same gun.
Okay.
Cool.
Now I have a gun.
Are you doing that? What?
Left trigger. Oh, we lost some ammo. Oh, it refills. Along the bottom, below the reticle.
Oh, it does.
It's not automatic.
What is it?
The
Oh,
gun.
you can't hold down. You have to do it every time.
Yep.
Fire service weapon. There's more people there.
Yep.
Destroy the copy's targets.
And I suck at this. Terrible at
Oh,
this.
there's a lot of health. I'm gonna reload that.
It's not limited ammo. Okay.
So look, there are blue things when you kill people. The service weapon regenerates ammunition automatically when not used.
Yeah, we don't know what blue things do. Maybe they're health. They're the same color as our health bar, so that would make sense. Yeah.
Okay.
What? Okay, don't fall damage.
I take some issue with.
Did it hurt that guy when I meleeed? How close do I have to be to melee?
Well, there's sparks flying, so I bet.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
rock, so I bet it's not hurting.
Okay, that is. Oh, they're shooting at me.
Yeah. Where'd he go?
He's around the other block. Actually, can I fire it without aiming? I can, right?
Just right trigger.
Yep.
Is it easier?
Enemies drop health elements. Yep, 1 damage. Collect health elements to restore health. Oh wait, is this a health element? Or is this
You're doing it blue. The blue. Hold on. Wait, before you do anything. The blue is absorbed. Roll over it.
roll over?
Yeah, just walk over it. I guess your health is full.
Was I doing it before?
I thought that one of them, yeah, was like absorbed. It's sweet to see.
Okay.
But maybe I'm wrong.
You're probably right.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Did he shoot himself in the head?
I think he did. But
Yeah, he did.
it may have been that the gun shot him in the head.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, because when Jessie picked up the gun, she pointed at her own head,
Yeah.
like right away.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she chose to do that or if the gun did that.
Okay.
And it was like, oh, you must, like, you can, this gun can only be wielded by the director. Become the director. And if we had, like, not made the choice to become the director, I bet it would have killed us.
Okay.
I don't know. Zachary Trench.
When did we make the choice to become the director?
Is that Biden?
Probably not.
It looks a lot like Joe
I
Biden.
mean, yeah, but no.
When did, I mean, in the tutorial. By completing the tutorial, we were making the choice to become the director.
Okay.
Also, the gun, like, clips into this cabinet.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
So that's what I don't understand. There's so much effort put into that, which I don't think is easy.
This thing is awkward. No, it's not.
It's not.
What?
Okay. And then there's like shit like, I'm actually okay with it disappearing, right? I'm not okay, because that looked intentional.
This is awesome.
You know? I'm not okay with like, the gun clipping into the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or her glitching some jumps. Also, I'm hoping that's a real mechanic. Like, I hope that there's some reason you interact with all this. Okay.
Okay.
Are we good here?
No,
No,
what, just one
more?
with the
Are
pencil
you
sharpener.
kidding?
I just want to know what it does. It jumps at you. That was a jump scare. Okay. Alright, I'm resisting shooting all that stuff. Oh, okay. Alright, so now we're playing a video game.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror.
Oh, it stopped.
Get the fuck away!
Oh, okay. I wanted to play in that nightmare realm. Yep. I got killed. There you go.
Fuck. I'm not ready for this. You can use L3 sprint to dodge enemy rockets and telekinetic attacks. What is that? L3?
L3 is clicking the stick.
Okay.
The loading screen is sick.
Mm-hmm.
Cover behind the glass windows didn't work.
We realize that I'm gonna die immediately with this game, right? What is triangle? Okay. Enemies drop health elements when damaged. Collect health elements to restore health. Where are they? I doubt that.
You got some materials.
I'm interested in this health because I'm gonna die. Unless I interact with a new enemy, which puts me at high risk of dying. You know what I mean?
I don't see anything on the floor.
Me neither, but you see how my health is super low?
I do.
Weapon forms, gun, grip, level 1. Those are bullets, 390. Assets, clearance level 2, you don't have a clearance level. Materials. What is that, 2?
I don't know, can you open it?
No.
Really? Huh. Okay.
Conceptual material, undefined reading. Welcome to the oldest house. We haven't read this, right?
Nope.
Jesse Faden arrives at the oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, to look for answers to the mysteries of her childhood. Guided into the building by the janitor, Achti, Jesse finds Zachariah Trench, the director of the Bureau, shot dead. She picks up the pistol next to the body and is translocated to the astral plane. The strange board encourages her to bind the gun, an object of power called the service weapon. She succeeds, and the board informs her she is now the director.
Service weapon. Whoop key. Containment procedure. No unique procedures required. Description. Para-utility. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to redacted. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of redacted. This object will determine whether redacted. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the redacted, though the criteria is unknown. Background. The object was discovered inside the old house in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis redacted. Many forms throughout history redacted.
I think you can just say blank.
Okay.
Or not.
Sure. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varunastra, all weapons that blank of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, see Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details.
We've seen Dr. Darling present the thing, remember?
Yes.
Objects of power.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered
Do you wanna watch this again or
world
no?
events,
Yeah.
intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Okay. Is there something in research and records?
What?
Well, is there something in research and records? So much is expected from the director, the responsibility, the privilege.
Proceed further. Good?
Yeah. Don't look at the map.
What is it?
I think it's up on the D-pad. Where are we?
We're the
There?
red.
Yeah.
That was the director's office, which
Oh, we
makes
can
sense.
walk
We ran
around while
out.
it's open.
We ran out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good, actually. That helps a lot. That's a great point. I don't like that it's not facing where we're facing.
I think this will be helpful actually later when we're trying to like figure out where things are in relation to each other. Like I think if it moved around as we were moving, it would be hard to
Yeah,
keep
you're right.
straight.
What is that?
That's the elevator.
Elevator, okay. Right. We good?
Yep.
That's weird.
How are you doing that?
D?
D?
Down on the D-pad?
Oh, okay.
What the fuck? I'm sorry. I promise I'm sober. Okay.
We know that we don't get there.
Maybe we do now.
Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Come see, come saw.
Oh, it's us.
Hey!
We're the director now.
That's
Woo!
cool.
That is cool.
Yiddy.
What?
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guide us. Reach the hotline.
There's a red, yellow thing in there.
A yellow thing?
See that?
Yep.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Spilled coffee.
I mean, it was likely us. I probably ran through and knocked everything over.
You agree that we can't enter that room, right?
I do.
We have this point in the middle of the screen that we didn't have before, right?
Yeah, because now I have a gun.
Okay, we need to get good at that. I was doing okay. I was pretty proud.
Oh, definitely.
Use 10% of your source every time you die. The fuck?
I have no idea what that means.
That's not good.
I mean, maybe it is good. What is source?
I don't. It doesn't look good. Is this whole game gonna take place in this bureau?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, now that I've spoiled what's gonna happen, you can prepare yourself.
Exactly.
The hotline.
Whoa! What?
Secure line of communication.
We didn't see that because you were looking at the wall while he was talking.
No, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The hotline.
What? You were like, there's something glowing in that corner.
Says the dead man. Okay.
I thought I was being observant with the yellow dot.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a guy hanging. Did you see his thing leave?
Yep.
When they die, they're like,
I did.
yeah, colorful. You probably don't need to do that, right?
Probably don't need to.
Okay. So why are you doing it?
Because, I might need to.
Okay.
I have no idea.
So, roll over his health.
I have full health. Material undefined.
Are those bullets?
Weapon armor damage, weapon mod. No, they're like, I don't know what they're.
Weapon mods.
Weapon armor damage. Damage against
Or
material.
equip.
Oh, so it's not bullets, it's material.
You
reconstruct and you get that much.
Yeah.
That looks like health.
Oh, really? I don't think it's health.
That's what I thought the blue things looked like. Okay, fine. I agree. Yeah.
Astral reload efficiency. I would rather upgrade reload speed.
You can only equip one?
So far, we only have one slot.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I agree. This is rare, too.
Cool.
3 little dots. 3 dashes.
Personal mods. Astral health boost. Yes, please, yes.
Cool. Nice, okay.
Okay, materials. So we have 3 material. Not that we know what that is. And we can't select it. Missions. Yep, okay, cool. Wow, okay, that was very fragile. Who's speaking right now? Shelter. So we can get in here.
Sounds like going upstairs. Those people are just hanging. In the middle of, like, they're just suspended. I'm gonna say you don't need to do that.
Yes, I don't like that.
You don't want to do that? Okay.
I guess this looks like the next quest, so yeah, let me check out what's in that room. Because that room looks like a smaller room. Let me see what's over here first.
You slowed down the camera, right?
I did. Dinner reservations.
Dinner reservations at 7 at Chez Ambre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she's turning 46. Is this a long game?
Not very long. I forget how long. Maybe like 16 hours.
Oh, really? Okay.
Maybe longer. It's also one of those games where, yeah, like we said before, it rewards you for exploring. So, knowing me, I will be slow.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's like 80 hours or not.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay, if you hold it down, the button, after you pick up the thing, evidently just opens
What
it right to
button?
the thing you just picked up. This touchpad button.
You hold it down, okay?
Marshall. For Marshall's eyes only. We checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this. And the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real thing. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope this is a little livelier then. Sincerely, Keenum.
Okay. We just...
Excuse me, what?
I don't know.
Conceptual material. House memory. All right,
Those are
word.
materials.
No idea.
3 of those, 1 of those. Okay. This is a shelter, so there are beds and stuff. Okay. Emergency supply.
Yeah, cool. Doesn't seem to have helped them none. Can I close myself in here?
Yeah.
This way?
Can you...
What do you want?
Can you go back and see what's on the right? What is this? Central Executive. Okay. We know what it's gonna do, though. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
So cool.
That's really nice. Really good.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy.
She's like speaking to
That
something.
babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Oh, you don't like it?
I don't know. If they're a bad guy.
Okay. Keep it spooky though. Same stuff. Bulletproof wiper. Oh, that's the right one. It's the pyramid. Sweet.
Yeah, this building is not normal at this point.
No.
I mean, like, in this area.
Baddies. You can't crouch, huh? I feel like you should crouch.
Yeah. Ranger sets the flag on the flag.
Cool.
He's different.
Enemy.
So they all hide behind
I don't know, I'm guessing that's what I would grenade equip.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
material hidden threat consecutive kill.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Let me look what we picked up. Exclusive to Shatter. Don't know what that means, but we can't equip it. Damage.
We can equip it.
No, we can't.
It says X equip.
Where's it say that?
Wait, where? Or maybe you're on the next thing already.
Damage after a kill. Consecutive kills boost. Okay, so for next kill you get
Okay.
30%. I prefer the reload speed.
Same.
Weapon armor damage. Damage against enemy armor? Nah.
Yep. We can go
Assets.
We got more materials.
Okay. Hidden trend. Is there anything else to do in this room, or should I cleanse the access point?
Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello?
Hope.
Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
Outfits.
Please,
Wow.
talk to me. We saw you deal with the compromised agents.
Oh my god.
Is it safe to come out?
Speak with the voice on the intercom. Shelter right there. What is this triangular square thing?
That's how we can change clothes.
Oh,
Or
okay.
fast travel.
So this seems to be a base.
Yeah, this is a spawn point.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna put our clothes back on.
Great.
That's the other one is a little too much.
Yep.
Good to know we have that.
Max occupancy 6 people.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden.
No conversation.
I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Oh, they're from the shelter.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Okay. It was typing. That was a voice.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just
Conversation reminds me of Mass
a
Effect
lot.
Andromeda.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me. Saying things.
Oh, me too. Me too. No big deal.
It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point. Push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very
mean those people?
different.
That I told you not to kill?
I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long.
Happened to me.
But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
Maybe how I cured them
Okay.
is by shooting them.
You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Cleanse the agent.
With a bullet?
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Hold on a second. Let me check out what happened here.
Where?
In research and records.
What?
In research and records.
When did we get that?
as we just got it. Like, it just appeared here. Field research on Hiss entity. Hiss corrupted agent. Confidential. Summary. The Hiss manifest in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The Hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These Hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the Hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons, preparing to enter the next stage of evolution? When attacked, the Hiss agents disappear, which I know for reasons. Perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file for full report. Hiss Guard. Field research on Hiss entity, Hiss corrupted security guard. Confidential. Summary. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. I haven't noticed that yet. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file redacted for full report.
Excuse me.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I do wish it was more clear where she was. She's there.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the Director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the Director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
Where are you right now?
In the boardroom. The hotline must be that yellow.
Unknown caller. Enter the communications department. Get to find a hotline.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
We
Conversation.
can ask her about stuff.
Hedron.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Wait, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks. This trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay.
See, so it is supernatural.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
Okay, good to hear.
Yeah.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
So we don't know anything.
Just
about
let me
this,
know.
right?
No. Can't draw my gun in here. Wanna play?
No, you.
Yeah, whatever. Oh. Health recovery per element pickup. Plus 20 health recovery, or just more health
More health.
all around. We want more health all around? Yeah, okay. We already saw that.
Yep.
Yeah, we already saw those.
There isn't anything either.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We do want these. We still don't know what to do with. This one, yeah, okay, cool. Collectibles. The only person you should fail is yourself. Weird. His quote keeps changing.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So Trench isn't a bad guy.
No. At least we don't think so. He seems to be on our side. Have we been to...
We haven't been anywhere here. She said follow the signs.
She did Executive Affairs, Director's Office,
Forget where she said.
Communications Department. But let me leave this room. Or do you want to like go the second level and walk around the second level?
You could, there's a yellow thing there.
What do you mean? Those are doors, right? Or they're open doors.
Fine, yeah. There's one there.
Yeah. But, oops, sorry, let's see. I'm wondering, like, before I go through any doors, let me just run around this room, I guess, and, like, explore to the bottom. Because I'm not sure that maybe we did, but I'm not sure we went through all of those rooms below Central Executive before we end up going.
How do you know that's below?
I just mean literally closer to the bottom of the TV
Oh, okay.
before we go to the top of the TV.
Okay.
You know? It's just a worse health boost. Okay.
Can you deconstruct it?
Oh, good idea.
If we know, definitely we're not gonna get it.
Well, maybe we'll use it later
Okay, fine. Keep it.
because we'll have more slots later.
So that energy thing appears throughout.
It seems to be like on our objective, like where it wants us to go.
Guiding.
Yeah. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace chair. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went.
That's awesome.
Material, we don't know what those do.
That's memory.
Explanation of paranatural topics, technological limitations of the oldest house. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural blank for the oldest house to blank them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the blank to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Blank agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. It's very interesting. Because the technology is too new, it doesn't have it isn't like a cultural icon yet. So it doesn't have the right energy flowing through it, is their guess. All their computers are super old.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's why they have like pneumatic tubes and shit, because it's super old technology.
Mm-hmm.
Defined reading. Like film projectors.
And radios and things.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's them humming and doing that stuff, right?
Do you want to see what the tune is today? Nope. That's funny. I can't do it.
Or intentional. Seems glitched.
Or it just doesn't work, because that's what they're saying, even the radios are unreliable. Sounds like they're saying the rosary. I mean, I know they're not, but that's what... Examination of paranatural topics, Urban legends. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. Jung's. Thank you.
Carl Jung.
Sorry.
That's okay.
We recognize certain informed by our own and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially in popular culture using our Bureau-made anthology television program. That's fun. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. We've proven that urban legends can be artificially created in popular culture using our TV.
Yeah.
Certain preternatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. Odds that occur on...
That only occur on blank.
Okay. A pair of scissors that consume human flesh through 2 punctures in the neck. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children; they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Okay, so once people believe something, it starts to happen. Kind of like an episode. Huh? The old director. So where are we? We are down here. Yeah, so we did a big loop of all those rooms.
You know, things.
Right. Okay. Did we go into... We did. There.
We got into all.
And this is the room that we came from.
That's that's the lobby, and then we entered, and we're like, right.
Yeah, and we had to cleanse it.
Oh. Boardroom director's office.
And down there's no rooms. There's nothing that we haven't gotten down here. There's just this little closet
Right.
thing. What's in here?
That's new. Can you go back? Because there's a thing.
Yeah. Where are we? Oh, we're in here. Okay, yeah, let's go. What are these? Don't let mold hitch a ride. Is that a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside the building. Perform daily body checks. Perform plant. Okay, so what's up with this? Is there a way that we should...
There's a old...
There's a jukebox.
jukebox in there.
I'm sure it must be an altered thing.
Yeah.
Do we need to be, like, saving our game? Or, like...
It's saving in the bottom right corner, right?
Okay, cool.
I believe. That's what I see sometimes.
Oh, it's locked.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Good to know that's there. I'm sure that'll be useful later.
Yeah. I think I ran through that, didn't
Maybe.
I? Yeah. I ran past that. That was where we entered. Right?
No.
Oh, we entered back there.
We entered over there.
Okay, right, you're right. It just looks like the same corridor.
Yeah, that's where I went. Okay. Actually, can I go in the shelter? Because we didn't actually get to go in it. The people. Yep. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the old house. When the appropriate harmonized devices are arranged...
Harmonization.
Thank you. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the appropriate arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by some kind of detection of an unobstructed ping using the something within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or some kind of vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the old house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be subdued.
Emily Pope wrote that, research specialist.
Oh, cool. I didn't. Toilet.
Sink, recycle.
Not very private. It'd be nice if they at least had a little curtain there, you know. It's nice to have like the air.
Yeah, that's guiding where to go. Cool.
There it is again. A welcome message.
Here we go. Here we go. No bad guys. No bad guys. It's a locked door. Can't go in. It's not a door. You can hear the hiss now, right? Like this. That's what one of the documents was trying to ask. We don't know why.
Yeah, see how it gets absorbed?
Yeah. But it doesn't do much. I'm gonna go back and look at the point of power. Tomasi, we don't know who it is. Okay.
No, but it's the voices.
Material. Visit the following Nevada accommodations.
Week 83 report. Expenditures. Accommodation, meal, gas, mini bar. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. I do wonder if a motel called Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I'm not getting paid to. I guess I'm not paid to think right. And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Riley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Hines.
It's a recognizable brand. Oh, cool. I didn't notice, but I have noticed that before. That's right. I think that that one of the documents we read was asking what the difference is between people who become floating bodies and people who become guards, and they weren't really sure. I should put it down there. Yeah, we should check that out. That's the way we should go, right?
It's overpowering here.
Oh.
You don't want me anywhere near it.
In
With
here?
it on that.
No. See how that's like the black cafeteria room which leads to the goal? And this other room is this hallway. However, as soon as I walked in, it hurt me and I said I didn't want to go that way. This is too strong. So I guess you're not doing that. Interestingly, it didn't ask me difficulty level when I started playing. It didn't say. It must be just one, yes. What? What am I doing?
When you took photos of me,
Yeah.
in Utah,
Yep.
my face is like that.
Yep.
You see it, right?
Of course I do. Can I shoot? Oh boy, I have not a lot of health.
No.
Okay, put on for it.
That's what I'm saying. Is I feel like health is way too quick. It doesn't reload over time.
Oh, oops, we can't go back.
We can't go back where? To the control point?
That's right. Nope, we cannot. This wall is hallway.
Okay. Everywhere.
Maybe not in the middle of the fight.
Oh, I heard you could.
Wait, red? I died.
I can't. I have fireball.
Okay.
Explosive environmental hazards provide an opportunity to damage enemies, but remember they can be hazardous to you.
Cool.
Maybe if we had a little more health, that wouldn't have been as bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's good to know that there's shit like that you can blow up. I feel like the fight scenes are hard.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's what we read.
the health is hard.
find the car that was spooky right there?
No, do you?
No.
We could do it.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Oh yeah. Did it save the found or probably right? Let's just check. Yeah, travel costs. Yeah, it did. Okay.
It seems like you can't do it.
Really? I can't go through there. I can shoot through there. I kind of figured I'd be able to. Yeah, I don't know. I should go over there. That's a little annoying.
You just killed a bunch of enemies. You should at least get one.
If you kill an enemy, you drop a touch on this.
Okay, so there's people here, we know that. There's an explosive thing.
Yeah.
We gotta pay for that.
It was materials, right? It wasn't like.
It seems like they do proceed, but kind of like not immediately.
Yeah, right. Havana. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Some deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the awe, which is reported to have been ridiculous. Staffs experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise, accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for 7 minutes. No visual phenomena were witnessed. The scene
You're just making shit up, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Was cordoned off, and the embassy staff. No, you can't read that. And the embassy staff were transported to the continental U.S. After Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. I do wish it was easier to find where you were. Please be aware, due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, the area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. It's stable. Low possibility of anticipated billing shifts. High likelihood of... Oh, yeah. High likelihood of unanticipated billing shifts. Frequent unanticipated billing shifts.
That's interesting. I bet that'll impact our game. Like randomness.
Oh, yeah. The map will change for sure. Nope, that's the right way to go, so let's not go there yet.
It's really loud.
This is the thing, okay? And there's no place to go. Doors. We went here, right? That's the answer. Alright, cool, let's do it. What about this one here? There's some line. Let's check it out.
15.
Okay. Maybe health recovery on pickup would be better. Just, I don't know.
Can you go to the left?
The left one? The women's room? I can't.
Oh, was that the one you were in?
Yeah, that's where I
Sorry,
found
thought-
the.
Yeah, I thought you
Yeah, but very creepy.
I love it. So fucking good. I had a dream and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt from my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet. Ha! But the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address in the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the time to play on God. I love that. That's so good.
Fully expect there to be baddies in here. Okay, you guys need to build better desks.
I'm gonna say if you just walk into the desk like that, that's not gonna happen. This looks very dark. Do we now have a flashlight? Trench, dead letter approved. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. Letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. Not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze letters for any information or suspected connection to Oz or other altered material. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Bartwell.
Actually, there's a new
You
thing
do
as
the
well.
research thing that was there earlier.
Oh.
Hiss barrier. Summary. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that's difficult to define. Oh, that's when we tried to walk into the red area, right?
Yeah.
Hiss barriers appear as a way to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area.
Oh. So maybe I can go through that door now.
Because you killed the people from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file for a full report.
What's the noise?
Oh my god, Andrew, Jesus!
Scared me.
Oh my god.
Did that not scare you?
You scared me. That, I don't think that scared me. You yelling scared me.
It really did. Scared the shit out of me. I was expecting there to be a big glowing red guy there. Or another guy there.
It'll make it really hard to beat
Yeah.
the shield.
Wanna try? Do you want to try?
You go and get them all. Moving targets harder to hit. Keep moving to avoid enemy fire and sustain less damage. Okay. I really like this loading screen a lot.
Yeah, it is
It's really good. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
How you doing? Do we have any more pie?
Yeah, we do.
Maybe I'll get some after this. Are these guys all gonna be alive here?
There it is again. Our welcome message.
They were last time. I did kill them last time.
All these guys you killed?
Not all the guys. Okay, I think so.
So why is it good?
I bet it's because I got to this area. Otherwise, people say I died in this area.
So can you...
I'm still down there.
Are there... There's nothing around it.
I mean, maybe there's these guys floating. Did I open this shoulder? Yeah, I did. picked up this stuff? It does.
Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never come to my house. I got a problem and you got to send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button. But it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. Says lots of cuss words. The devil got my house because of the fish. And you got to come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr.
Very funny.
Yeah. Rate of fire.
Could be good. Plus 11% rate of fire. Yeah.
No.
Reload speed's probably better.
Yeah, because we run out of bullets pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It isn't like I can't fire bullets fast enough. It's that I need to reload.
Exactly.
You know what? It's sometimes you're in a table. Sometimes the table's in you.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. It's red. It's weird.
Pretty cool looking game. What?
Okay. Oh, they're gonna kill you.
Yep.
You should hide.
Oh yeah.
That was cool. I like that they miss.
I also like the little.
How
Everyone's
did
dead.
you get
sound.
health back a second ago? Because you did. Did you see that?
I wasn't just close enough to one of these health guys to pick up personal mod.
I didn't think so.
Energy recovery speed. We don't know what energy is yet. We don't use energy.
Yeah.
I have a lot of. Oh, these are just bad health mods. Yeah.
Are the bullets energy? Because as you were killing him, there was a counter down there that counted the bullets. No. Down there was
really?
a number thing. Yeah, and it counted bullets, and I feel like it healed you. Yeah. Okay.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Okay, so maybe we should be shooting people now?
Yeah, maybe, but I don't want to yet. That's why I was shooting them down in that first room.
That's not why.
That is why, because I thought they were going to drop and kill me, because we'd seen that happen in that first room.
Oh, I didn't see anything happen until a minute ago.
Yeah, that happened in that when you first saw those guys. They dropped down from floating like that in that
Okay, I don't remember.
Because that's why I started shooting them
I
and
didn't know
recovering, because I
that.
thought they were going to attack me. But then I realized there's a bunch of civvies just floating. And also, when oh, actually, he's green now. Is that because the background is red?
I don't know.
Or because I can't just shoot him out of the air?
It might be because of that.
Okay, I'll cleanse this. Please, please, please. Well, I mean, the place is gonna shift around, so to get like Alright, this is a fast travel point now. This is a fast travel point now. Like it's a Healy place.
What is?
This place that I was cleansed.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, I'm just saying I forgot.
Communications. We're on the right track.
That's where I came from. I found a lot of bad men. I went back through one of the doors we had already come through, and it was full of bad guys. I was exploring. Also, now that I had cleansed the place of power, I thought that maybe I could go through that red area. Now all these mean men are shooting me. Yep. Yeah. Sure. Still can't go into that area. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, it just glitched.